Hello, good morning, everybody. Life Coach Tammy Ward coming at you, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope everybody is doing well. I just want to come in here just for a few moments for my live and just talk a little bit about detachment. Now, I know a lot of us talk about detachment as like we feel detached from something, or we don't feel like we have this close connection in life or with other things. And I want to offer you this thought process of breaking free from life, right? I'm a life coach that deals with transformation and mindset. And so once we shift our mindset and once we can turn off that running faucet of breaking free from life and being able to live our best life or be able to work towards the things that we're looking forward in life. And a lot of times we just have so much detachment on this. We have a lot of closeness to it. And really all it really is that detachment really isn't that you own nothing, that you don't have something, that you are missing something, but that nothing should own you. And so when we think about that, we also think about people, places, things, all of that in the sense of, we can still be a part of someone's life, but yet detach our emotions from them. We can detach our misguided energies from other things, right? So, when we talk about it, really the greatest gift we can give is being close to everything and not letting it consume our own self, right? Not letting it consume us, in the sense of, if you think about the opposite of detachment, which is attachment, right? And attachment can bring pain. It can bring heartache. It can bring so many things because once we attach ourselves to something or someone, it's either way, we have given permissions for our emotions to be able to feel like we either have to fix or we feel like we have to, fix something. Or when we are attached to something, we feel like we have ownership of it. We have priority of it. We have, it becomes a must, right? And that's what attachment does. But if we detach from that, we can allow something in. We can be a part of something, but we don't have to allow it to own us. We don't have to allow it to, whether it be a person, place, or thing, we don't have to allow it to own our thoughts, or our emotions. When you truly believe that something is yours, or not only that, but when you think you are something, right? If you truly think that something is yours, or you truly think you are something, that's when pain sets in, right? Because when you think you are something to someone, right, or something to something, you have allowed your emotions to think that you have to control this. You have to be the best at this. You have to be, above all, the one that gets everything right in this, when you take it on, right? When you detach from it, you're kind of like saying, look, I know this is my job. I know this is my priority. I know this is a person that I'm with. I know this, or whatever way it may be. But by detaching from it in the sense of you're not looking for whatever outcome may be. You're not pressing something on. You're not holding on to it as if oh my gosh, if I let go, everything's going to go in chaos, right? So when you find yourself being challenged, right? When you find yourself in an argument, when you find yourself holding on to something so tightly that you completely are consumed by it, that's when your detachment comes from the outcome, comes from perception, comes from how you want others to see you, what you want the outcome to become, what you want to do in that situation by controlling it, right? That's detachment. That is detachment, is being able to have something, but detach your emotions and detach your feelings from it. Detach, not necessarily feelings. Let me go back a little bit there because I want to make sure I'm honoring the words here that I'm giving to you. So it's really just detaching from the attachment of wanting an outcome, wanting that ultimate control over something, or something having control over you. Like there's a lot of times where we attach ourselves to someone, and even our children, and we think, okay, well, we are the people, we are the person that's going to like make this thing great. Right? Which we can't do. If it's our children, they have to understand how to detach from you and begin their own lives, right? And the same goes for partners and coworkers and everything like that. And so once you detach from the outcome, to be able to do that, you've got to find the joy in the thing that's happening, right? You have to find joy in the argument. Find the lesson in something. Find the meaning in something. Search for that. When you're able to like look at something and be like, oh my gosh, this is a, like this is a wonderful relationship. However, I feel like they're always wanting to fix me, or I'm always wanting to fix them. To detach from that, you have to ask yourself, what is the outcome you want from that relationship? What is the lesson you need to learn? What is the meaning of all of it in the begin with? And that's how you can begin to detach yourself from things. Well, detach knowing that you don't own nothing, right? It's not that you don't own nothing. It's just that you want nothing to own you. Because once we allow other people, other things, other moments, situations, arguments, life to own us, that's when we've lost how we can live our best life. Because once we allow it in, once we allow it to happen, then that's when you're breaking free in your life. You're breaking from the things that you have attached yourself to. So detachment is not bad. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to detach from people, places, and things, just as long as it's for the right reason, just as long as it's for the right understanding of the lesson and the purpose and all of that good stuff. And I know it's super hard to do, but once you can get into that mindset of like being able to shift the way that you attach yourself to something, then that's easier for that detachment. Once you can see like, okay, well, this person's not going to be in charge of my emotions today, or this job is not going to be in charge of how I feel about myself today. And then once we can begin to move down that path, those days where we are in the slump, those days where we're down and out, those days that are like so hard to get out of bed or so hard to put a smile on our face, to detach from that emotion and to be able to give yourself joy, to be able to give yourself the lesson, to be able to give your joy the meaning, the purpose of what it's all about. Because there's nothing wrong with bad days. We all have bad days, and we all should have bad days, because all bad days is a growth. It's a level up. It's a way for us to sit there and be like, okay. But if you don't process things, if you don't detach from the situation, if you don't detach your emotions from that situation, it's going to begin to own you. And that's what I always say when we talk about, do you want the day to run you, or do you want to run the day? And that's exactly what it's all about. And so if you can give yourself that grace and give yourself that period of love to where, there goes the dog. It's always something with those guys. Somebody must be walking by. But if you can, allow that to happen and allow that love for yourself to detach yourself from things and see a meaning and see the joy and see the purpose, then that's how we live our best life. That's exactly how we embrace life boldly. And so I give you this on this Monday, hoping that you carried it out for the rest of the week. And just love it. Just enjoy it. And until next time, keep loving, keep growing, and keep embracing life boldly. I'll see you next time, my friends.